In the quiet town of Everwood, nestled amidst rolling hills and ancient forests, lies an abandoned laboratory shrouded in mystery. Once the domain of a brilliant scientist, Dr. Alexander Cromwell, it now stands as a forgotten relic of the past. But within its walls, a secret waits to be uncovered. A secret that could alter the course of time itself. For decades, whispers of Dr. Cromwell's unfinished project have haunted the townsfolk. A time machine, they say, capable of bending the laws of reality and unlocking the secrets of the universe. Yet, despite his genius, Dr. Cromwell vanished without a trace, leaving his work incomplete and his legacy in question. Now, a young man named Ethan stumbles upon the laboratory, drawn by an inexplicable force he cannot resist. Little does he know, his arrival will set into motion a chain of events that will defy logic and challenge everything he thought he knew about the world. Guided by the ghost of Dr. Cromwell himself, Ethan embarks on a journey into the unknown, where the boundaries between past, present, and future blur into insignificance. But as he delves deeper into the mysteries of the time machine, Ethan must confront not only the dangers that lie ahead, but also the demons that lurk within himself. The rain pounded relentlessly against the dilapidated roof of the laboratory as Ethan pushed open the creaking door, his curiosity piqued by the stories he had heard whispered in the town square. Stepping into the dimly lit interior, he felt a chill run down his spine, as if the very air itself held secrets long forgotten. The laboratory was a scene of chaos and neglect, with papers scattered haphazardly across tables and equipment covered in a thick layer of dust. Yet amidst the disorder, Ethan could sense a strange energy pulsating through the air, a feeling of anticipation that sent shivers down his spine. As he explored further, Ethan's gaze fell upon a peculiar contraption hidden away in the corner of the room, a machine unlike any he had ever seen before. Its intricate design spoke of a brilliance far beyond his comprehension, and yet there was something hauntingly familiar about it, as if it had been waiting for him all along. Unable to resist its pull, Ethan approached the machine, his fingers tracing the smooth surface of its metallic exterior. And then, as if guided by an unseen force, he reached out and activated the controls, igniting a series of lights and mechanisms that hummed to life with a deafening roar. It was in that moment that Ethan knew his life would never be the same again. For in the heart of that abandoned laboratory, he had stumbled upon the key to unlocking the greatest mystery of all time itself. The machine hummed with a strange energy as Ethan stared in awe at its pulsating core. It was as if the very essence of time itself danced before him, beckoning him to unravel its mysteries. But the euphoria of discovery was quickly replaced by a creeping sense of unease. Ethan knew that meddling with forces beyond his understanding carried grave consequences. Yet the allure of the unknown was too potent to resist. As he studied the intricate mechanisms before him, Ethan felt a presence watching from the shadows. Turning slowly, he saw the faint outline of a figure materializing beside him, a specter cloaked in the ethereal glow of the laboratory's dim lights. "Who are you?" Ethan whispered, his voice barely audible above the hum of the machine. The specter remained silent, its gaze fixed upon the time machine with an intensity that sent chills down Ethan's spine. "You're the ghost of Dr. Cromwell, aren't you?" Ethan ventured, his heart pounding in his chest. The specter nodded slowly, its features obscured by the veil of darkness. "What do you want from me?" Ethan asked, his voice trembling with a mixture of fear and curiosity. But before the specter could respond, the laboratory was engulfed in a blinding flash of light, and Ethan felt himself being pulled into the swirling vortex of time. As Ethan's senses reeled from the disorienting whirl of time, he felt a guiding hand gently pulling him back from the brink of oblivion. Gradually, the chaos subsided, and he found himself standing once more in the laboratory, the specter of Dr. Cromwell by his side. "You must listen carefully, Ethan," the ghostly figure intoned, its voice echoing with an otherworldly resonance. "The time machine holds great power, but it is not to be trifled with lightly." Ethan nodded, his mind racing with 1,000 questions. How had Dr. Cromwell become bound to this place? What secrets lay hidden within the depths of time? "The machine requires a key to unlock its full potential," the specter continued, gesturing towards a small compartment nestled within the device. Only by finding the missing components can you hope to harness its power. With a sense of determination burning in his chest, Ethan set out to unravel the mystery of the time machine. Guided by the ghostly presence of Dr. Cromwell, he combed through the laboratory with a newfound purpose, searching for clues amidst the wreckage of forgotten experiments. Hour by hour, day by day, Ethan delved deeper into the enigma that surrounded him, piecing together fragments of the past in his quest for understanding. And as he worked tirelessly to unlock the secrets of the time machine, he couldn't shake the feeling that destiny itself was guiding his hand. As Ethan scoured the laboratory for the missing components of the time machine, he found himself drawn deeper into the tangled web of Dr. Cromwell's past. Amongst the dusty tomes and faded journals that littered the shelves, he unearthed snippets of the scientist's life, a brilliant mind consumed by obsession, a quest for knowledge that bordered on madness. But amidst the chaos, Ethan also discovered moments of humanity, a love lost, dreams abandoned, and the unyielding pursuit of a legacy that had long since slipped through Dr. Cromwell's grasp. With each revelation, Ethan felt a kinship with the ghostly figure that guided him, a shared understanding of the burden of knowledge, the weight of unfulfilled ambition. And as he pieced together the final components of the time machine, Ethan couldn't help but wonder what secrets lay hidden within the recesses of time. For with each step closer to unlocking its power, he felt the fabric of reality itself unraveling before his eyes, beckoning him towards a destiny that was both thrilling and terrifying in its magnitude. With the final components of the time machine in his possession, Ethan stood before the humming contraption with a mixture of anticipation and trepidation. The ghostly presence of Dr. Cromwell lingered at his side, a silent witness to the culmination of their shared journey. Carefully, Ethan inserted the missing pieces into the intricate machinery, each one slotting into place with a satisfying click. As the last component fell into place, the time machine erupted into a dazzling display of light and sound, its core pulsating with newfound energy. "It's working," Ethan whispered, his voice filled with wonder. But even as he marveled at the machine's newfound vitality, a sense of unease gnawed at the edges of his consciousness. For he knew that with great power came great responsibility, and the consequences of tampering with the fabric of time itself were too dire to comprehend. "We must proceed with caution," Dr. Cromwell cautioned, his spectral form shimmering in the glow of the time machine. "The path we tread is fraught with peril, and the choices we make will shape the course of history itself." With a solemn nod, Ethan braced himself for the journey ahead. For he knew that no matter what lay beyond the threshold of time, he would face it with courage and determination, guided by the ghostly wisdom of Dr. Cromwell and fueled by the relentless pursuit of truth. As Ethan prepared to activate the time machine, a sudden wave of uncertainty washed over him. The weight of responsibility bore down on his shoulders, the magnitude of the task ahead threatening to overwhelm him. But with Dr. Cromwell's spectral presence by his side, Ethan found the strength to press onward. With a steady hand, he reached out and grasped the controls, his fingers trembling slightly with anticipation. With a flick of a switch, the time machine sprang to life once more, its inner workings whirring with newfound energy. But as Ethan prepared to embark on his journey through time, a series of alarms blared to life, signaling a critical malfunction in the machine's core. Panic gripped Ethan's heart as he frantically scanned the controls, searching for a solution to the crisis at hand. But try as he might, the source of the malfunction remained elusive, its cause buried deep within the labyrinthine depths of the time machine's mechanisms. With seconds ticking away, Ethan knew that he had no choice but to act quickly. Drawing upon every ounce of his courage and ingenuity, he delved into the heart of the machine, navigating its tangled circuitry with a sense of urgency that bordered on desperation. And as he worked tirelessly to repair the damage, Ethan couldn't help but wonder what other challenges lay in wait on his journey through time. For with each passing moment, the stakes grew higher, and the path ahead grew ever more perilous. With sweat beading on his brow, Ethan worked feverishly to repair the malfunctioning components of the time machine. Every second felt like an eternity as he battled against the relentless march of time itself, the fate of his mission hanging in the balance. But as the minutes stretched into hours, Ethan's determination never wavered. With each deft movement of his hands, he inched closer to restoring the time machine to full functionality, driven by a fierce determination to succeed against all odds. And then, just when it seemed that all hope was lost, a flicker of light appeared amidst the darkness, a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. With a triumphant shout, Ethan activated the repaired components, and the time machine roared to life once more, its inner workings pulsating with renewed vigor. With a sense of relief washing over him, Ethan turned to Dr. Cromwell, a smile of triumph playing across his lips. "We did it!" he exclaimed, his voice filled with awe and wonder. But even as he spoke, Ethan knew that their journey was far from over. For with the time machine restored to full functionality, the true test lay ahead. A journey through time itself, where the past, present, and future converged in a swirling maelstrom of possibility and peril. With the time machine restored to full functionality, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell stood on the threshold of history, poised to embark on a journey that would defy the very laws of nature. As the swirling vortex of time beckoned them onward, Ethan felt a surge of anticipation coursing through his veins, mingled with a healthy dose of apprehension. With a final glance at the laboratory that had become their sanctuary, Ethan activated the controls of the time machine, its inner workings humming with anticipation. With a deafening roar, the machine surged forward, hurtling Ethan and Dr. Cromwell into the unknown depths of time. As they hurtled through the temporal abyss, Ethan felt a sense of exhilaration unlike anything he had ever experienced before. The fabric of reality warped and shifted around them, morphing into strange and wondrous forms that defied comprehension. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, their journey came to an abrupt halt, and Ethan found himself standing in a world that was both familiar and yet utterly foreign. Before him stretched a landscape that bore little resemblance to the world he had left behind, a world transformed by the passage of time. As Ethan gazed upon the wonders of this new era, he couldn't help but wonder what other marvels lay in store on their journey through time. For with each passing moment, the possibilities seemed endless, and the future held more promise than he could ever have imagined. As Ethan and Dr. Cromwell ventured further into the unknown reaches of time, they encountered civilizations both ancient and advanced, each with its own unique customs and traditions. But amidst the wonders of their journey, they also bore witness to the darker side of human nature, a side plagued by greed, corruption, and moral ambiguity. Caught in the throes of ethical dilemmas, Ethan found himself grappling with questions that had no easy answers. Should they intervene in the course of history, altering the destinies of nations and individuals alike? Or should they remain passive observers, bound by the unyielding laws of causality? With each decision they made, Ethan felt the weight of responsibility bearing down upon him, the consequences of their actions reverberating through the annals of time. And as they navigated the treacherous waters of morality, he couldn't help but wonder if they were truly masters of their own fate, or mere pawns in a game whose rules were beyond their comprehension. But amidst the uncertainty, one thing remained clear. No matter what challenges lay ahead, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell would face them together, bound by a bond that transcended the boundaries of time itself. For in the crucible of adversity, true friendship was forged, and the echoes of their journey would resonate throughout the ages. As Ethan and Dr. Cromwell journeyed through the annals of time, they encountered trials and tribulations that tested the very limits of their resolve. But through it all, they remained steadfast in their quest to unlock the secrets of the universe and reshape the course of history. And now, as they stood on the brink of their greatest challenge yet, Ethan felt a surge of anticipation coursing through his veins. For they had finally arrived at the nexus of time itself, the moment when their destiny would be decided. With Dr. Cromwell's guidance, Ethan set to work assembling the final components of the time machine, his hands steady with purpose. Piece by piece, he carefully integrated each element into the intricate machinery, his mind focused on the task at hand. And then, with a sense of exhilaration that bordered on ecstasy, Ethan activated the controls of the time machine, its inner workings pulsating with newfound energy. With a deafening roar, The machine surged forward, enveloping Ethan and Dr. Cromwell in a dazzling display of light and sound. As they hurtled through the temporal abyss, Ethan felt a sense of liberation unlike anything he had ever experienced before. For in that moment, he knew that he held the power to shape the very fabric of reality itself, to rewrite the pages of history and carve out a new destiny for himself and all of mankind. But amidst the euphoria of their journey, Ethan couldn't shake the lingering sense of doubt that gnawed at the edges of his consciousness. For with great power came great responsibility, and the choices they made would echo throughout the corridors of time for eternity. As Ethan and Dr. Cromwell traversed the endless expanse of time, they encountered phenomena beyond their wildest imagination. They witnessed civilizations rise and fall, the ebb and flow of history unfolding before their very eyes. But amidst the wonders of their journey, they also encountered dangers that threatened to tear them apart. As they delved deeper into the mysteries of the time machine, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell found themselves testing the boundaries of reality itself. They pushed the limits of their understanding, probing the very fabric of existence in their quest for knowledge. But with each leap through time, they also faced unforeseen challenges that tested their courage and resolve. They battled against temporal anomalies and paradoxes, forces that threatened to unravel the very fabric of reality. Yet, through it all, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell remained steadfast in their determination to unlock the secrets of the universe. They forged ahead, undeterred by the obstacles that lay in their path, their bond growing stronger with each passing moment. And as they journeyed deeper into the unknown, Ethan couldn't help but wonder what other mysteries awaited them on their quest. For in the endless expanse of time, anything was possible, and the true extent of their adventure had only just begun. As Ethan and Dr. Cromwell continued their journey through time, they soon discovered that their actions had far-reaching consequences beyond anything they could have imagined. With each alteration to the timeline, the fabric of reality shifted, creating ripples that reverberated throughout history. They witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the birth and death of stars, and the countless lives that were touched by their presence. But amidst the wonders of their journey, they also bore witness to the darker side of their actions, a world plagued by chaos and despair, where the very foundations of reality were threatened. Caught in the midst of a temporal storm, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell fought to restore balance to the universe, battling against forces that sought to tear them apart. Yet, even as they struggled against the tide of fate, they couldn't help but wonder if their journey had been worth the cost. For every triumph they achieved, there was a price to be paid, a sacrifice that weighed heavy on their hearts. And as they gazed upon the shattered remnants of the world they had once known, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell realized that the true test of their journey lay not in the discoveries they made, but in the lessons they learned along the way. And so, with determination burning in their hearts, they vowed to press onward, guided by the light of hope in the darkest of times. For they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, united in their quest for truth and redemption. As Ethan and Dr. Cromwell ventured deeper into the heart of time, they witnessed the profound impact of their actions on the course of history. With each decision they made, the ripple effect spread far and wide, shaping the destinies of nations and individuals alike. But amidst the chaos of their journey, Ethan couldn't shake the nagging feeling that they were merely pawns in a much larger game. For every victory they achieved, there was a price to be paid, a consequence that threatened to tear apart the very fabric of reality. And as they journeyed further into the unknown, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell found themselves grappling with the true nature of their quest. Were they truly masters of their own fate, or mere puppets dancing to the whims of fate? With each passing moment, the lines between right and wrong blurred, and Ethan found himself questioning the morality of their actions. Were they justified in meddling with the course of history, or were they merely perpetuating a cycle of destruction that could never be undone? But amidst the uncertainty, one thing remained clear. No matter the cost, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell would face the consequences of their actions head-on, guided by the light of hope in the darkest of times. For they knew that true courage lay not in the absence of fear, but in the strength to overcome it, no matter the odds. As Ethan and Dr. Cromwell journeyed deeper into the depths of time, they found themselves confronting challenges unlike any they had encountered before. They traversed landscapes both familiar and alien, navigating the shifting currents of history with a sense of trepidation. But amidst the uncertainty, they also discovered moments of profound beauty, a world untouched by the ravages of time, where the echoes of the past mingled with the promise of the future. And in those fleeting moments of tranquility, Ethan found solace amidst the chaos that surrounded them. Yet, even as they forged ahead, Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, monitored by unseen forces that sought to manipulate their every move. And as the whispers of doubt grew louder, he knew that they were fast approaching a crossroads that would determine the fate of their journey. With each step forward, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell braced themselves for the challenges that lay ahead, their resolve unyielding in the face of adversity. For they knew that no matter what trials awaited them on their path, they would face them together, bound by a bond that transcended the boundaries of time itself. And so, with hearts filled with courage and determination, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell pressed onward, ready to confront the unknown with unwavering resolve. For they knew that true adventure lay not in the destination, but in the journey itself, where every twist and turn held the promise of discovery and wonder. As Ethan and Dr. Cromwell reached the culmination of their journey, they found themselves standing on the precipice of a new dawn, a world transformed by the passage of time, yet ripe with the promise of possibility. With the lessons of their journey etched into their hearts, Ethan and Dr. Cromwell gazed upon the horizon with a sense of hope and determination. For they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they had the strength and resilience to overcome them, united in their quest for truth and redemption. And as they stepped boldly into the unknown, the echoes of their journey reverberated through the corridors of time, a testament to the power of friendship and the indomitable spirit of the human soul. For Ethan and Dr. Cromwell, the adventure had only just begun, and with each new day came the promise of a brighter future. A future shaped by the courage and compassion of those who dared to dream. And as they embarked on the next chapter of their journey, they knew that no matter where life took them, they would always carry with them the echoes of time.